Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hi,
Welcome, welcome.
thank
Hi,
you.
Edison. I got home
Hi,
too late
Michelle.
from work to participate, but I just got your email and figured I could listen in while I'm editing photos.
Oh, yeah. Well, taking out things that you're doing, that's for sure decluttering in some way, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna stop my video and just listen in if that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever you want. Nice to have you here, Michelle.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
forward to
forward to seeing you
seeing you
tomorrow. That'll be wonderful.
tomorrow. I do need to organize. My daughter has her closet, and at the bottom there's become a big pile of toys, different boxes, a big box of Legos, and it's just kind of stacked on top of each other. And I've been looking at that going, okay, I need to measure that. I need to get like drawers, shelves, all of that. So that is my plan. Maybe by the time the next one of these rolls around, I'll be able to do
Nice.
it.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'll check in on you then. That'll be
All
great.
right. I'm going to listen in.
All right.
Hi. Hi, Lily. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
What part of the world are you in?
I'm near Santa Barbara, California,
Oh, wonderful.
in
Okay,
Santa.
good. So you're in the same time zone as us.
Where are you?
San Diego.
Oh, yeah, just north of you.
I grew up, I don't know if you know the other side of the mountains, but I grew up in Tehachapi. Do you know where
Tehachapi
that is?
on a palm,
That's right.
every kind of rig that's ever been made.
That's
Driven
right.
the
That's
back
right.
road so I wouldn't get weighed. And
And she
Unison,
sings. I love it.
I've driven through to Tehachapi a couple times, and
yeah,
every time we drive through, we go, this is so beautiful out here. So we say that we make this joke every time we drive through that Tehachapi is the old Native American word for go back to LA. Go back to LA.
It was a super fun place to grow up because there was this there was a no chain ordinance. So like there were no chain restaurants, no, it was like the smallest town. They put a stoplight in my senior year of high school. It was the biggest deal. We like took a picture under the stoplight. Like, and I went to kindergarten with all the same kids I graduated high school with. It
wow.
was it was awesome. And then well, I was just talking to one of my girlfriends today. We have our 30-year reunion coming up pretty soon here.
30 years.
Goodness.
Wow.
My
But we
bro-
all like kept in touch. We're all such a small town, only one high school in the whole town. But anyway, I love Santa Barbara, Lily. That's wonderful. What are you working on tonight?
I'm going to I have a brother and his wife who are coming to visit this week. So I've been cleaning and clearing for 3 weeks now. And I have some things to move out of the guest room. So
Okay,
that's
so we're the guest room. I have this joke, right, where like you get to clean up when someone's on their way over. So I should just like make it part of my service, like where I just like randomly call you and say, I'm coming over. You're like, oh my God. See what you can get done in a half an hour and then just, call
yeah,
you back. Oh, like, no, I'm not coming.
that's a great idea.
I'm
Certainly
coming
got
over. I'm on my
something
way.
underneath me going. Because my sister-in-law, whom I love dearly, gave me that book by the Japanese woman that was like the minimalist, throw everything
Uh-huh.
out,
Marie Kondo. Uh-huh.
whatever. She gave me that book. I read the first chapter and laughed and said, well, that's never happening. I put that book on a shelf and I don't know where it is. I should
um, I,
check it out.
I I started reading that book and then I realized that like everything I wanted to give away was my husband's. And I was like, okay, we need to read this together. But,
Yeah.
no, it's
You
all
can't
good.
really
Hi,
keep
Valerie. How are you?
his stuff away or he'll
Hi
get
there.
pissed.
I'm great. Very well. Doing well. I'm in my makeshift space. So
Are
it's
you in Vegas, right?
yep. And I'm I've got a full little closet. I've got a pile of laundry I just folded. I keep my stuff on the chair behind me for the weekend. And we're going to move. My daughter's moving, getting a new bed tomorrow. So we're going to trade some nightstands. So instead of doing an illustrious self-serving purge or a clean out, which I was like, I want to do the closet. It'll be so great. But no, I'm going to do the nightstand, and it needs to be done by tomorrow anyway.
That's great. It has a function, and and like share with us what fun things you find in the nightstand. I love it.
Oh gosh.
And
Yeah.
it's
I have so much
Mary.
stuff in there. I've stuffed candy in there. I've stuffed all kinds of, like boxes to gifts that I've received, but I don't need the box. So it's in there. There's just random. So I think it's going to be kind of easy, and I'm very excited about tonight.
Ooh. Oh, good. And if anyone wants to take any before and afters and share them in the Eliminate the Overwhelm group, feel free, or just like show us what you're working on right now. Mary, what are you working on? Oh, she can't. Oh, she's talking to someone on the phone right now. It's a very important work call. No, she's listening to a podcast. Okay, I'll leave Mary alone for a minute. All right, Lori. Lori's coming at us from Michigan.
Ooh.
Oh no, what happened? Mary, are you joining again? Something's happening weird. Oh, okay. I don't know. Lori, can you hear me? Mary, can you hear me? Okay, Mary, now you can hear me.
Yes, I was actually on the call. I just couldn't get my mute off on my phone.
Oh, got it.
Technical.
So you didn't hear all my good jokes? Sorry about that.
I did not.
I'm here.
No.
You'll have to tell them again.
No, I just said, what are you working on? What are you doing? Mary's in San Diego with us. Yeah?
Oh.
I am going to be working on this cluster F of a you-know-what desk.
Ooh, I love it. Desks are so great to work on. I was actually kind of thinking about clearing mine off a little bit too. They quickly, collect.
Yeah.
Quickly. All right.
Can I ask
Awesome.
Mary a question?
Yeah,
Mary,
sure.
what
Oh,
does
you want to ask Mary a question?
AAMS stand for after your name? AAMS?
It stands for Accredited Asset Management Specialist. It's the thing left over from my work. It's what I do for work. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a question. Is that a green wall that is a green wall in your home, Unison?
Yes, it's a green screen so that I can
fancy.
do fancy things like, let's see.
It's awesome. Oh, wow.
Now I have my, but I'm actually thinking about changing it.
I love the green, but I'm all about green right now. It's very cool and it's very perfect for now. Awesome. I just wondered if it was an actually painted wall.
No, it's a sheet. I mean, it is a wall, but it's a sheet like that's been up there forever. My husband does a lot of movies and puppet stuff, so we have a green screen wall, but I just kind of made it into my office. But I think that I want something that looks more like an office. So
well, it's serving you well, and we'll talk about spatial stuff another time.
Sounds good, everybody. All right, Lori, what's going on, Lori?
I'm having a half of a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I'm working on like a medium-sized garbage can that has had papers and notebooks and odds and ends in it, and it's been sitting for over a year. So I'm gonna try to get through that.
I love it. Okay, well, I'm here for that for sure, because I mean, if it's been sitting there for over a year, chances are you probably don't like desperately need anything in it. But it's good that we are setting aside the time just to kind of look through it so that you can feel really good about letting those things go.
Thank you.
I like it. I'm going to put you on mute. All right.
I'm going to mute myself because I can hear my kids starting to yell in the back, just so you guys don't have to. You're welcome.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mary. And Kara's coming in. Kara, what are you working on today?
Hi, sorry. I was kind of thinking something in my office, most likely email.
Emails are good.
These digital.
Emails are good to declutter for sure. Now, this is the office that you do the homeschooling from?
No, we officially did the homeschooling in their craft room, which that could be done. I do need to do that, but they're still awake. So I'm not, no, I want to be confined away.
Yeah, no, you do you. That's fine. Get it. All right. Well, let us know what you're working on. And Libby, what are you working on today? She might not be able to hear me. Okay, I'll come back. Libby. Cindy H.
Hi,
Hi, Cindy.
I'm a friend of Sansan's and she told me to come see you.
I love San. That's wonderful. San and I were
Yeah.
in a rock band together for a hot second. Wait,
So
what do we
I'm
call
gonna-
ourselves? Brain vomit.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
So I am working on this box.
Ooh, I love it.
I pulled it out of the garage and I said, I can do you. Come on.
I love that.
So
What is it full of? I don't have my glasses on right now. It looks like papers and some other
full
things.
of papers and things from vacations, and I'm turning 70 next Monday, and so I have a lot of old stuff.
Happy birthday. Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's keep progress on that box. I love it.
Yes,
I've been
I'm
working
planning on
with
doing that.
yeah, I've been working with a lot of people who are in your age bracket lately. And there seems to be a definite, like, I'm ready to clear stuff going on. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's
I
also
feel like
called
it's
death
like all
clearing.
over the planet. Or maybe it's just because that's what I do all the time, that everyone's
Yeah.
ready. Well,
Well,
welcome.
a lot of
I'm
my
so
friends
glad
are
to have you.
calling it death clearing, Swedish death cleaning, and it's my kids would curse me constantly if I left them all this shit. So I don't want to do that. I love my kids and I don't want it either. So
Yeah, you know what? It's hard. It's like, thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing that. It's called the Swedish death cleanse, and it's just all about, letting it go. So the grieving process, or so like you can enjoy the last part of your life, the last
yeah,
quarter of your life without the stuff that you've had going forever. And if perchance you leave this earthly plane before everything's gone, it's a hard thing for the grieving process. I unfortunately lost my own mother last year, and that's not what you want to do. You don't want to like clear stuff out. You want to just be able to grieve. So
well, my mother
yeah.
died in 94 and I had a lot of her stuff to go through, though she was very meticulous and had things in order, but it was still a lot of stuff. And then I took care of my aunt and was her trustee. And so I had her stuff in my garage. And then my dear friend died 5 years ago on my birthday. And I was the only one that had a garage or a driveway. So I got two giant storage boxes put in my driveway for me to go through. And I had an estate sale and finally just recently got all the stuff sent to her sons because they promised me they would come out, but they didn't. From
Well, see, yeah.
Detroit.
When your whole life becomes other people's stuff, that's really hard. Well, you are in the right place, Cindy. Is this
Thank
box
you.
that you're doing, is this for you? Is this your
This is
stuff?
mine. This is mine.
Okay, good. Good.
No, I've gone through most everybody else's stuff. So
Oh,
time for mine.
are you in San Diego?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm in
good. So am
Poway.
I. Okay.
Yes.
And Libby, I saw Libby came back in. There she is. Hi, Libby. What are you working on tonight?
Hello, I'm working on my desk. And yeah, working on my desk. And I want to say, Unison, I finally went through a big trash can like thing and literally found hundreds of dollars of uncashed reimbursement checks, of gift cards. Seriously, hundreds of dollars. So I'm just here to say, yeah, clean out that stuff.
Yeah, you give me goosebumps. Like, yeah, money is currency. Everything is flow, right, Valerie? Like we have to like being shifting our things, I find more money with clients all the time. You know that, Libby. So
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
I'm glad you found some money.
Yeah,
Yay.
it's exciting.
Well, I'm really glad Valerie's joining us tonight, you guys. Valerie is like an energetic healer, declutterer, space cleanser as well. So we just like clicked, and she does, you know, some magic work in your space too. And like, do you have anything to say about clutter, Val? Do you want to?
Thanks for that. Thank you so much. And it's so right. I mean, I have heart eyes. Is that a phrase nowadays? Heart eyes, for you, Unison, but for us together. And as far as clutter goes, when you were saying like the death clearing, the death purge, it actually, what came to mind is it will extenuate your life. Like it'll give you more lifespan, more freedom, because you don't feel confined and have less breath in your space. You're getting more breath, more ability to breathe. So I can only say that. And as far as clutter clearing and all of that and energetics, I will save that for another time. Tonight, I am just happy hour city, and I can't wait to dive into this and just experience this as an outcome, like clearing this little stuff.
Yeah. And you know, one thing that just came to mind when you were saying like the death cleanse again, death doesn't, like when I think of death and like tarot cards or death of like of something that died off, it's not necessarily a death of our physical being. It can be the death of a phase of our lives, and then we're letting that stuff go. Like for me, recently I was just telling someone, I don't know, maybe it was you, Valerie, talking about leaving teaching and how that was a death, like letting go of like all of the music books, you know, that a music teacher would keep, or even like the clothes that I would wear in the classroom and things like that. And it's like that death and letting go of that portion of my life, you
The
know, that
identity.
area that, and then, you know, what does it do? That like shifting just creates space for this new era, what's going on, you know, what's happening. And if I just held on to all that, if I didn't let it go, shed it, prune it, let it die, you know, there wouldn't be space for the new. And so that's important.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so
I do want to add one little thing, that when we have our space, when we're dying off an old identity, which we do that every single day. Like every day we die off, we lay down and we put ourselves to rest. And then we resurrect, right? We wake back up, we come into life in maybe a brand new person, but we have repetitive stuff all around us. So it's a really nice thing to get it into like a really current state, resting and having room in your home, in your space, that you can literally put yourself at ease, rest peacefully, rest in peace right where you are. It's a really nice way to let everything die off and resurrect with brand new energy, brand new eyes.
I love it. And it's so much easier to do when, you know, I mean, I know that I rest better when like my room is clean, right? Like you don't wake up and see like the pile of stuff all over the nightstand or anything like that. So yeah, really giving your body an actual way to rest is so important. I love it. I can see people getting on it. This is so great. Mary's like, shoot, I better get on it.
I was trying to text something in the chat and it wasn't doing it, so I'm gonna go get a
Oh,
box to put
I
all
don't
this
even
shit in.
see.
I'll
Oh
be right
yeah,
back.
just
I
oh.
wouldn't post it, so it's all good. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, as you're getting at it, I'm going to just talk just about what's different moving forward with the decluttering happy hours. I didn't even bring a cocktail with me. I just came. So that's fine. I might go grab something in a minute, but, this is being recorded, and I'm going to post this in the, Eliminate the Overwhelm group. And I'm also going to post it on YouTube as just a space for people who might want to turn it on when they are decluttering and they want to have company. You know, there's a lot of people out there who it is easier to declutter when they have people with them. And that's what we're doing now. So whether they can be live with us and do it, that's great. Or if they can't, then, you know, tuning in when they can. And of course, you know, that there's not the live aspect, they can't ask questions, but I really just want to be of service to people who could use an extra hand, could use a little help. So, and you can come back to it too if you would like, and listen and kind of turn it on and just declutter. Know that this is an hour session, and that's what we're doing, and we're sharing. So please feel free to unmute yourself, and if you find something that you want to share, please do. Or if you find something that you have a question on, like, oh, should I get rid of these business cards that people gave me? You know, like that's a question. Oh, and if you want to meet my cat, let's see if he comes over. You know, then please unmute yourself. I'll stay unmuted, but just unmute yourself whenever you want to ask a question. And here we are. Thanks for coming.
I forgot you were recording. I'm sorry that I went off singing.
Oh, I'm not sorry. You have a beautiful voice.
If I had known you were recording, I wouldn't have done that, but anyway, I tend
No,
to do
I loved
that.
it. I loved it. That was probably the best version of that song I've ever heard. I loved it. And if you missed Lily singing, maybe you're going to want to go back and watch it. Maybe you're the reason this is going to go viral, Lily. Who knows? Thank you. Thank you for sharing your gift.
All right. Well, I'm going to go get some pillowcases and come right back.
Yeah, we'll be here. I found these in my computer bag. I probably don't need these.
That's so funny.
The
Okay.
frogs. Lori, are you asking a question? Or you got the TV on?
Oh,
Oh, she was. Shoot. Sorry, Lori. I muted you. Unmute if you want to ask me something. Sorry, lady.
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. I took a picture of this little project that I'm working on, but I don't know how to send it to you other than Gmail. I don't know how to put it onto the Zoom.
I don't know how you'd put that on the Zoom either, but if you want to just put it in the group, you know, if you want to take a little before and after
Okay.
and post it in the group, or if you want to send it to me email wise, you can do that too. And then I can post it if you'd like, but
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was my
Post you a little
question.
before and after. Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Cool.
it.
Thanks.
Now I'm going to mute you again.
Okay.
Valerie, here's the book on my desk that we were talking about. The Clear Your Clutter with Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Kingston. There it is. Yeah.
Did Denise Lynn write the foreword?
Oh, I'll have to look. Let's see. I mean, it would help if I had my glasses.
I
but
know. I'm gonna put you on the
let's see.
spot.
Oh, I don't know if there is a forward in this one. Acknowledgement, introduction. No, there's no forward.
Oh wow, yeah. Denise Lynn is also excellent. But I love
Mhm.
the Karen Kingston book. It is, and the Marie Kondo. I wanted to mention that because I had that book and I was like, oh no, I'm not sparking joy at all here. And finally one day, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I had three days to myself, and I put everything on the couch, and I almost had a emotional breakdown. It was so much anxiety, but little by little, that's why when I do space clearing, I really help with the anxiety. Like you are gifted at it, Unison, where it's like really releasing the anxiety, grounding, completing small chunks, you know. So doing it all at once, oh, nightmare.
Well, I think that there's a lot of benefit to being able to see like all of the things you have in one spot. But you're
Mhm.
right, it is anxiety inducing, like all of the clothes on the bed. That is huge. What if we just did all of the short sleeve shirts?
Yeah.
Like, let's break it down. That's enough, all
Yeah.
of the short sleeve shorts, all of the socks, like that's like, yeah, if we can just take some of those, I think the ideas of it and then break it down even farther. And
The
then,
ideas of it are invaluable, but having someone that is supporting you, that's the game changer. That is the way. Because otherwise, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in a mosh pit now of everything. I didn't ever put it back. But I did put it back. But what I did take away as a very common, like one of my main go-tos is cleaning out the handbag or the tote bag. And she talks about it a lot in her book. And that one piece is really an anchor. It's like, you know what? Just clean out the bag on a very regular basis, and that helps us stay so grounded, so clear. Yeah.
what is so cleaning out just the bag that you're using and like transferring the things to the new bag,
Well,
or
she's pretty extreme about it, and her description was that she would come home, empty her bag completely, her handbag,
every day?
and put it in
Every day.
the bag, in the purse bag, and put it in the closet. And then in the morning to get ready, take the bag out of choice, whether you have more than one or not, and then put what you're going to put in it, your essentials, and go for the day. And then at the end of the day, take it all out and put your bag away.
And
And
What do you
that
do
is
with
the
all the
day that
other
I leave my
hours?
wallet home. I leave my keys somewhere. Cell phone every charge. Like that,
it's
thinking
extreme.
about
But
that is so stressful to
what I
me.
took away from it, because that is so extreme, what I took away from it, because I never would check into my tote bag. I'd be like, just stuff. Wine tonight, yes, A or B or C. And so, but anyway, to refresh the bag, the handbag on a regular, not just dismantling it, but making sure that I empty my bag 100% when I put it away. I don't have half filled
Well,
bags like crazy all over the place. So that was my golden
oh,
takeaway from her book.
Yeah,
well,
that's awesome.
and like, I mean, I have seen your purse collection, and it really, like, it's a beautiful thing, like because it helps you take care of that piece more. Oh, you brought that. I love that one. You take care of that. Oh, that's really interesting though, like completely clearing it out.
100%.
Uh,
So it used to be I'd find candy, gum, coins, hairpins, barrettes or hairbands, lipstick, money,
Chapstick,
um,
pens.
pens, and in my purse on the way to this trip I'm on, I had 6 pens in my purse, 6 pens. But I was like, okay, because I needed to kind of reframe because I was in fast motion recently. But anyway, to have nothing in your purse, because I had lost my keys one time and they were in a purse. Or I lost my mala strand one time and it was in a bag that I had put away. So it's really important I find it's very helpful to know that every one of my bags are empty except for the one I'm using.
that's great. I love that tip.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do it, but I love it.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
You know what I just got? Actually, I think this might be good for you too, is like a plate holder. Do you know, like a plate holder? But some of the spikes are removable, so then you can put your bags
Oh yeah.
in the plate holder. I will report back. I have not done it yet. I'm thinking about it.
That's cool.
But
I just want to say on my purse, I was going to a wedding and I thought, I'm going to bring this little purse just in case. And it fit my phone in it. So all the fancy purses, I couldn't fit my phone because they were old, or not old, but smaller, old style. And I've had this one since I was 17 years old. So I'm so thrilled so it's not about decluttering and getting rid of everything. It's just about having your prized possessions well taken care of. So thank you, Unison, for having it right at arm's reach.
yes, I love that. Yeah, for
I want to
sure.
say something on top of that. The book I'm reading, Lazy Genius by Kendra Odashi, I want to say. It's not a decluttering book at all. It's just about prioritizing your life and everything, but she talks about essentialism, which I have not looked at any of those kind of books and stuff, but it's along the lines of decluttering. And yeah, not about getting rid of everything, but what's priority to you?
What's the priority? I think I saw you post something on like just like kind of having more of almost like a capsule wardrobe or something, like a
Yeah, she
uniform
talks
you'd
about
said.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I do not have a capsule wardrobe. I like my closet looks like a clown threw up, but
That
but
means capsule wardrobe.
just like all of your pieces go together, they all form outfits together. You don't have anything, right? Is that what a capsule would be? A capsule wardrobe, right? They all the pieces fit together.
Yeah, they all kind
Um,
of be interchanged.
Right, right. But I have such low regard for things that match. You know, I will throw stripes with polka dots and everything. I know you guys know each other. That's so funny. I have to hear that story. But it's just for me, it's like that I just love every piece. I just have to love the way those pants fit and love the way that shirt, you know, feels. Maybe I'm more of a textile kind of person, but you know, when you love how the piece feels and looks on you, like to me, that's enough of a capsule. But I like this. I want to hear more about it, Kara. I follow your posts, so I'll see what else you learn from it.
I feel the same about the textile and the loving it, but I'm leaning into the essentialism of a capsule, and it's helping me, and it's helping me get rid of like the excess that I have attachment to, you know, like separation anxiety, and then keeping all that fun clown wear as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hi, Shanna. Welcome. So glad you made it.
I just need everything to match so that I can find it in the dark, because it's always dark in my room when I get dressed because my husband's always sleeping.
I think I remember that. He's not a morning person, you said, right?
No, I have to take out my phone and shine it on my closet to find things.
You have to like make sure all of your clothes are neon. So it just makes it, you can
Yes,
see
that or all black so that like anything I pull out will match.
will match. Oh,
In
that's
that
good.
case, I would have to prep the night before because that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, it helps if I just take out my clothes the night before. I'm always too
Oh my
tired to
gosh,
make
that's
those
great.
decisions by the time I go to bed. I've made too
The
many
more and more I
decisions.
think about it, like the separate bedroom things, I don't know. I love it.
That's not a terrible idea.
I know, right? I'm like, when I go to a hotel and I get to spread out on the entire bed, I'm like, this is not bad.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyway.
I like to go to a hotel and unpack and put all my stuff in the drawers and like move in, which makes it also makes you not want to stay in a hotel for just one night. Like
Right.
I always want to stay for like more than one night so that once I unpack, I can live there for a while. My favorite.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So we're
and
talking about what are you decluttering tonight, Shanna?
Oh, maybe my mind. I don't know. I did not come prepared.
That's no problem.
We just finished homework, so I was like, oh, I gotta jump on the happy hour.
Well, good. We're welcome you're here. We've got some people doing desks. Valerie is clearing out a nightstand in Las Vegas. We've got
Oh, nice.
Lily's cleaning out a guest room. Lori's doing like a bunch of papers that she's finding. Libby just found a bunch of money.
Well, I'm
Maybe not
sitting in my
tonight, but-
bonus room next to a ton of toys, so I can declutter some
Toys. Toys are good. For
Lots of-
sure.
I would just
getting
like
them
to
all together.
report, I found 10 lipsticks on my desk. 10.
It's awesome.
I
10
blamed
on your
Zoom
desk.
for this. Zoom, right? Like, oh, I don't want that color today. I'll just do a different one. And then it just lives there. And the next one lives there.
I love that. Maybe a nice little case on your desk filled with lipsticks.
Now, I do have
Yes.
a lot of clothes, but I doubt I have 10 lipsticks.
Oh,
I
that's
have.
just on the desk. I haven't even tackled the purse.
Oh my God.
I love lipstick.
Me too. Oh,
I'm realizing now I don't have any on, and I'm about to fix that.
yeah, girl. What are you doing?
Yeah, you must put them
Oh my
on
gosh, I
for
love
us.
it.
I found something fun.
Oh, nice.
Selenite crystal.
Oh, yeah, I got one of
Ooh.
those.
I have some of those.
It's a gift. I was gonna give it to someone. I thought, didn't I give it to them? Whoopsies.
Love it.
Just means they weren't meant to have it.
Not yet.
Nope.
It'd be funny if you gave it to him again.
Right. Accidentally. And then you got your this.
Okay. Speaking of clothes.
Okay.
This whole bunch of clothes on the door.
Oh, I love them though. I love your style.
I do like clothes. I think it's because I went to Catholic school and had to wear a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Now that as soon as I became an adult, I just got clothes.
So
Still have
these
some
clothes
way back then when too.
Yeah. Just yesterday, Lily, just yesterday. So these clothes are your clothes, but they're in your guest room right now. Is that what's happening?
Yes. And the closet in here is filled with my clothes too.
Okay. So, and that's okay. That's all right. But, oh,
Yeah.
what are we holding up, Mary? What is that?
This is a bag of unknown age candy.
Ooh.
Oh,
Why don't you test
Hi.
one? See. You're stronger than me.
I just found something awesome. It's a end the year clear set that I did years ago, and it's like a bunch of worksheets for, packets for my little program I did years ago. So I didn't know they were in there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fun.
Oh, a nice little like reminder.
Yeah, it's perfect time.
And the end of the year is coming up, so you can use
Right,
them.
it's coming up. Time to refresh.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds
Oh,
cute.
those are fun. Look.
Aw,
Pockets.
that is so fun, Shanna.
In a box of animals.
That is a big box of animals.
The finger puppets
love
are
it.
going with the animals.
Animals. I love it.
Like things with faces. That was brilliant, Unison.
Oh
Things
yeah.
with
So
faces, when you
I was
organized the toys, and it was like things with faces and things that move, and that's like 80% of all toys.
right, because yeah, so I was over at Shanna's house and her kids do have a lot of toys, like all kids, right? And it's not about putting toys away in a way that like we want to necessarily, we want the kids to be able to clean up. So I have different categories for my kids. We have different boxes. And one is like things with faces go in this box. Like, and my kids know, okay, this has a face, it goes in there. Things that are transportation, that's the transportation box. And then we have a big, what do they call it? Like an architecture building box. And it doesn't have Legos in it, although Legos would technically fit in that category. That's not where the Legos go, but like it's got Lincoln logs and magnet tiles and that kind of thing. So, and then I do have a box of miscellaneous, like I don't know what this one is. So it doesn't fit in one of those three categories. Then it goes in here. But honestly, it really helps the kids take responsibility for cleaning up their own space because I don't have to tell them where things go. They can figure it out. It has a face. Yay. I'm glad that helps you.
They totally get it.
Things with faces.
Things that make noise.
I think that makes perfect sense for the kids. I mean, how much easier so they don't have to get overwhelmed and think they're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, where am I supposed to put this?
It makes it so easy.
And then
so many things fall under those two categories.
Right.
Yeah. And like, I mean, other people, you might find another category that works with your kids too. Like I know you have a ton of art supplies, art stuff, but that seems to be like in a different area.
Yeah. That one is working well too.
But
I
find that when you do art supplies, it's like chalk with chalk, markers with markers, paintbrushes with paintbrushes, and that really helps that whole piece. So it's similar, the same philosophy, right?
And then stuff starts to kind of fall out and you're like, oh, that goes with that set and this goes with this set, and all of a sudden it all starts to kind of work itself out, put itself
I don't know it's another organizer that I like saw on TikTok or something, but she was like, it's like with like, or if you don't know, I don't know our philosophy really. I need to look it up because it's cool. But it was like things can go with cousins too, or like family members or coworkers. Oh my God, I'm explaining something I don't know anything about. But it was just like, like tape can go with other tape. That's a like pair, obviously, but it can also go with like a coworker, like things that are sticky, like tape with glue, like this whole box is like things that hold things together. So I've got the stapler and the glue and the tape together or something. Again, I should probably know more about things before I start talking about it, but I thought that was kind of a cool idea too. Like, yeah, I put tape with glue,
Or miscellaneous game pieces with miscellaneous game pieces.
Right. And then another part on top of that, I think Valerie had said like overwhelm. Another part of that is like when you see that there's a million or the box of faces is overflowing, you take half of it away and put it up, up on the shelf. Like Kara, we did that, right? We didn't get rid of any of the toys. We just put half away and then half. And how did that work? Did it work?
Oh, it works great. The kids totally forgot about the toys, and then we were going through the box of clothes, and my husband brought down the box of toys and opened it in front of the kids, and oh, it was like Christmas all over.
Yeah, it's like Christmas. Like, and yeah. So did you then take the other
Yeah,
toys
we
that they've
said
been
we
playing with?
switched. Yeah, we switched toys up.
That's so perfect because it again, it's my favorite phrase, but it like eliminates overwhelm. When I don't have a ton of choices, that's when I get things done. Like we don't always have to have we are so lucky that we have so much, but sometimes we're drowning in it.
Yeah.
True.
Amen.
Amen. Maybe I'll get that as a tattoo.
Enough is sure.
I have no tattoos.
Neither
What does this
do I.
say?
I've never been
Control
able
my
to.
tongue is not the problem. Yeah, I think it is with you. Yeah.
I don't know why they're on my desk.
What? That's all on your desk. Huh? Okay, now tell me, Mary, does your desk have drawers?
Yes.
It does. Okay, good.
I'm doing those too.
I'm just a big fan of desks with drawers. And I know that like recently the trend is a very just like clear desk with no drawers. And it's pretty in a picture, but it's not sustainable.
Practical.
It's questionable in feng shui because you don't have any power if you don't have any privacy. So you can see right through the desk, and like, you need to have your
Power position.
power
and your
position, but like a sense of containment. Like you have your own stuff behind the thing. You don't need to be worrying about if your dress is too short and you're sitting there and someone's looking through your desk, or if your hands are fumbling or fidgeting or something like that. So it's an interesting theory. I've always thought that was an interesting theory.
So you are saying it's good to have drawers and like a solid desk, right? Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, good. And that's just what I feel too. I mean, I know that, we all like clean surfaces, right? Like, of course, that's why we're here too, but we like having a clean surface. But when we don't have the drawers, where do you put the pens? Well, you have to put them on your desk and things like that.
Unless
Neat.
you have like
We just got
one
Kara a
pen.
new desk. Kara, how does that work? Is that desk working out? Kara, did that desk work out? No.
Sorry, I couldn't get to the mute button. Yeah, it's doing great. My side is perfect. My husband's 2 drawers are jam-packed full of stuff. That's the only problem with drawers. You tend to stuff everything in them.
Right.
But I mean,
Got to
those
keep
are
the
his
boundary,
drawers.
the space boundary. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that desk is working out for you. Yay. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I would think it's personal, and also it's not wrong to have a glass desk or a clear desk or something. It's just that boundary piece. But if you're trying to create really open chi and rarely sit at your desk, then it might be a nice thing to have. But if you're really working on your desk, at your desk, then it's different energy.
Yeah.
Talking
We're
about
all at our desks a lot more these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned stuffing stuff into the drawers of the desk. It reminded me of when I was a kid, my mother would do this twice a year. She would go through the drawers and the closets, empty them out, and rearrange them. And the funny thing about it was she would have a cigarette. She'd flip from room to room and she'd have a cigarette in like 2 or 3 rooms at the same time.
Because the ashtrays were everywhere. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was just helping someone clear out earlier today and she found like 3 ashtrays. She's like, I don't even know anyone who smokes anymore. I'm like, yeah, we can let those go.
Right.
Ashtrays make a
And then
good
like as
plant
a kid,
holder.
I would like make ashtrays in like grade school. Anyone else make an ashtray? Like
I remember making one.
right? Yeah.
The Gen Xers.
I have a big crystal ashtray that's a plant holder because it'll hold the water. Because it was my mother's and she smoked. So she also died from lung cancer, but anyway.
I'm sorry.
It's a reminder.
When she was 90. Yeah, you said like 90 something, right? Wow.
Really? She was in her 90s?
No, that was when the ashtray, she died in 94.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I have all of the donations that people gave to the hospital after my stepdad died.
Oh,
nice.
In 88 or something like that, 80, whatever.
How old
so
were you?
that would be, that's interesting. Like that's something like, it was a nice memory. Like, thank you for doing that. But like, it's also something like that it might be time to let go of, right? Because
Oh, it definitely is. I could have a whole fire here.
you're gonna clear out a lot of energy on that too. Just that's great.
Last
I'm
week
so
I
excited about
burned a set of matches from my wedding. And my
fun.
name and my ex's name on it. Bye-bye.
That's fun.
You can use those to light the fire.
Yeah, it
Mary.
flamed up.
Right? I have a whole pack of Christmas cards that we can burn. I don't know why they're on my desk.
We don't have to burn things, people.
It's almost Christmas again. I gotta make room
here.
But oh, wow, I love it. That's good. I mean, I'm actually not even doing anything and I'm feeling, maybe Valerie, you are too, like the energy is just like really lifting, like even on the Zoom, like you guys are clearing a lot.
Is happening. Momentum.
I love this so much because it's just such a good place to start if you haven't been decluttering, it's just like and I know like some of you have been, but it's just really good to check in and I'm often reminded of like, the TV shows of like, before and afters, it's not, there is no after. There is no after. Even after I leave a client's house, there is still always going to be more to do. Like just the act of decluttering is constant. And it's the shedding of what we don't need anymore, what we don't need anymore, what we don't need anymore.
Yeah. And I really love the small bites of beginning, middle, and end. And so this was a perfect concept where I've done clearing labs before, but it's not relative to have already done clearing, like clutter, like a massive clutter clearing, and then doing consistent clearing labs together. But doing it in a small chunk, saying, I know it's this drawer, or I know it's the socks, or I know it's the, it is very much becomes in the flow. Yeah. Very true.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And last night, my website and my links went down. So if you're here, awesome.
Wow.
I moved into this house about 10 years ago. And in the process of moving, I threw out a lot of stuff, that I didn't need. But towards the end, my real estate agent was like, hurry up and move out of your apartment so I can sell it. And so I put a bunch of stuff in boxes, of course, and threw them in the garage and really haven't done anything with them since. But during the pandemic, I started massively decluttering my house, inside, the garage, cleaning up construction messes from a new roof and a new floor in my garage, and just being a busy beaver. And when my brother said he was coming, I'm like, oh my God, I've got to clean up just stuff that's sitting around because my sister-in-law's gonna say something about it. So I got at it again big time. And you know, it's like you said, it's never ending. You just keep at it.
Yeah. And, to not look at it so much as a chore, or like, it is obviously something we have to do, but there can be a lot of joy in, like, these little deaths, these like, okay, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to let go of this candy that I don't know where it came from, or these matches from my ex-husband, like just always letting go. And, it's like a tree pruning. You got to prune a tree for it to really grow. It's the same with us. We have to create this space. So then during the pandemic, did you open up those boxes from your last move? Did you get to those?
Some,
Yeah.
yeah. And it really, the thing about it is it changes the energy in your home.
100%.
Somebody was talking about feng shui. That's what that's about, is the energy. The energy. And it really does make a difference. I remember one time I hurt my foot, and I had to stay in my house, which I shared with 2 other people, for like 3 weeks. And in that time, I just saw all this junk. And I'm like, come on, you guys, you got to clean up your junk. I can't stand it anymore. And
you can't stand it, you can't stand it. Yeah, I know. And oftentimes when we live with people too, it's a lot easier. Like I said, I want to throw out all my husband's stuff all the time. It's easier to pick on their things, their stuff. It's like, oh, my husband's XYZ, or my kids are this. And people ask me all the time, what do I do if my husband is a hoarder? Or, like, what do I do if my husband is disorganized? And I always say, we can only control ourselves and our environment. But I know from my own, experience, and I know I've seen it, if we take initiative and we start decluttering, people can feel the energetic shift. You are so right on. You can feel the energetic shift in the home, and they'll start doing it too. Like even this weekend, my husband's like, come into my office, see what I did. He's like so proud. He's a little peacock with his chest pulled out, like that he decluttered some things from his office. Is there more to go? Of course there is.
To manifest. Oh yeah.
Move it out to manifest. That's right. Well, that's the course. I'm going to do it again. I think January. But that's what we're talking about, Lily, is just this force of when we move things out of our home, the energy shifts. So
yeah. Well, that reminds me of I really got into this reading this woman's stuff. Her name was Catherine Ponder, and she writes about prosperity consciousness. But she always has a chapter on forming a vacuum. And she talks about getting rid of it if it doesn't serve you anymore. And that, the universe loves a vacuum and will give you, if you get rid of stuff, they'll give you more good stuff, better stuff.
yeah.
So that might be part of what is that's a course you taught?
Yeah. And I'll do it again probably in January, but it was Mary shaking her head. Yeah. It's just, that's what it was, a feng shui ritual. Mary's going to talk. Go ahead, Mary, go.
It was the best, worst, most awesome thing I've ever done, because it was hard to do. And then it got easy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, when it was done, I was kind of like, oh no, I can still get rid of things today. I can still do it.
Yeah.
It's not just because we're doing, so it was like really hard. The number of things was what, 20, 30
27.
things
We
a day,
took,
something, 27.
it was for 9 days straight. 9 days straight, we each got rid of 27 things from our home. And I know at first it sounds like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot, but this napkin is
day?
one. You know, this napkin sitting on my desk is one. This expired coupon is two, you know, and it's like the whole thing, Mary, the whole thing, the shift, you know, it's not me, it's a feng shui ritual. You know, it's 3,000 plus years old. I just, you know, reintroduced us to it, but it's all about
It was
shifting the
awesome.
energy and grabbing that energy in your home. And so yeah, we'll do it again, but oh, I was gonna say something. I don't know. Yeah, it was magic.
27
You guys were
items
magic.
each day,
27,
each day.
27 items a day out of your home for 9 days straight. The actual ritual is to move or remove. So you can just move, you know, move something, and that will also shift energy. But we, you know, as a collective group wanted to also declutter. So that's what that was, whole like bye, like shifting out. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
sorry,
we'll
that
do that
wasn't the
again in the
ringing
new year.
endorsement of the best worst thing. It was amazing, but I had to fight it. Like, I am a collector of things, and so that was the hard part. But by the time, and your this thing is like brilliant, because like, I don't know if anybody's ever done the Whole 30, but the book that they ran with that was exactly like, oh, hey, you know, you might be dreaming of food right now. And I'm like, oh my God, I dreamt of food last night. Like, this thing, it was like, here's what you're going to feel on day 5. Here's how you're going to feel on day 7. I was like, get out of my head, Unison.
That's what it was, Mary. I was just in your head. That was it. Oh,
It was
I know what I was
awesome.
going to
Do
say,
it.
Mary.
Do it,
It
do it,
was
do it.
just simply, you know, if we did something for 9 days straight, we're like creating that habit of like, what else? I am looking in my house actively to declutter.
Right.
What else can I get rid of today? Because I need to get to 27. So it was a whole shift. But yay, I'm so glad you're excited about it, because I am thinking about bringing it back.
The shift for me when I did something similar to that was, you know, when you have a jar of something that you're almost done with, but you're not done with it yet. And so you kind of keep it because you might run out soon. So you don't want to really run out of it because you want to use it still sparingly. And the shift was, I need to throw something away to accumulate my 18, 19, 20. I'm going to finish this one, you know, and just use it. And it shifted from sparsity, saving just in casey energy to abundant renewal energy. Like, oh, I'm just going to get more. I'm going to have more. And that lends into that vacuum idea where before we mentioned all of this, it's like we can clutter all we want, but in the laws of physics, we will, whatever we empty will refill. It's just the laws of physics. Whatever is empty will refill. If you have an empty bowl on the counter, it's likely to fill. So we get to choose what we want to fill it with. The more conscious, the more we space, like you said earlier, Shanna, maybe just peace of mind. You're going to clear your mind. Where now that we have some spaciousness, we can have choice as to what we put into our space moving forward.
Oh my God, I love it.
Spaces I just want to put air in.
Just some fresh air, right?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to put anything in them.
Yeah.
It's a conscious choice too. I love it. Well, as we wrap up this amazing happiest of happy hours, who has some wins? Has anyone cleared off a part of their desk, or 10 or more lipsticks from their desk? Look at that. Where's that going? Trash, recycling? Trash. Love it.
By the way, your lipstick looks wonderful.
It does.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
1 of 10.
I love that. Gorgeous lipstick. So my win, I'm going to say my wrap up. I wasn't sure if I could come tonight because I didn't sleep well last night, and I came, and it's just been so helpful, and I'm glad I followed through, and it's thanks to this group energy. So thanks everyone, for each and every one of us, for showing up. But I put this temporary platter. It's the lid of a laundry basket. But I was like, where am I going to put all this stuff? So I just put this temporary stuff on the lid that I will replace into the new nightstand tomorrow. And this nightstand is empty.
Ooh, that's a
Yay.
win. Good
So I
job.
did all of that. It was easy, but it's all temporary. But it's like, okay, I've got a spot here, garbage can full. This, and then some of it will garbage tomorrow because it's little by little. And so that's my win. Thanks.
Yay, good. I love it. Anyone
desk
else
is
have
looking
some
great.
Pieces. I have to get rid of these old puzzles. These old, my kids are too old for these puzzles now with the little doohickeys
nice.
that you pull them out. But I
Oh,
can't get rid of the puzzles until I find all the puzzle pieces, and I found a whole bunch of them. Like I found like 2 puzzles worth of puzzle pieces. So
Oh,
now I
that's so great.
can give away the puzzles.
So are they going in a Ziploc?
Hopefully they go back in the puzzle. I think I know where the rest of the puzzle is. And then I can
And then if for any reason you can't find the pieces to the puzzle, I give you full permission to just
throw it away.
get it out of your house anywhere.
Oh, but they've been around for so long. And by the way, Valerie and I know each other from a networking group that we were in together that was super fun. It was like a happy hour once a month networking group.
Yeah.
And we would just go like have dinner. One person from the group would have to buy everybody dinner and drinks, and everybody rotated, and it was just super fun.
It was so fun. And you were
Oh,
super
that's-
fun. This is a joy to
Oh,
be here.
that's awesome.
That was always one of my favorite evenings.
women's
Yeah.
shelters could use the puzzles if you do find them all together and you just want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I would like to put it all back together and then pass it along to someone who would use them, because they're so nice to have when you have toddlers,
Yeah.
I'm part of a
Okay.
buy nothing group and I give away toys all the time. I know that I'm almost 70, but I have 2 grandkids that I watch each week. And so my living room looks like a daycare center, but I love that when they're old enough to get past a certain toy, I can just pass it on then.
I
My
nothing is
garage is
amazing.
not filling up.
There's no end to people who will use toys.
Right. Right. Well,
I
I am
gave
so
away a
honored.
crate of
Thank you guys so
Halloween.
much for being here this evening. And if you need anything, I'm just an email or a phone call or a whatever, carrier pigeon away. I don't know.
I got everything out of my guest room that didn't belong in there.
Tonight?
Except the clothes
Ah,
on the door.
Good
that is a
job.
win. All
Except
right.
for
Good
the
night,
clothes.
everybody. I love
Thank
you. I'll
you.
see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.